just did some HIIT cardio and I'm exhausted from it, and I hate it. I hate cardio, but that's just me. Cardio is something that is kind of abused when you're prepping. A lot of people end up throwing in tons of cardio initially off the bat, but it kind of depends on how lean you are to start off. There's all sorts of different kinds of cardio that you can do, but I would suggest to try and let the diet work a little bit to get lean for your show, or just in general. Always think diet first, then maybe add some cardio. That's why I always suggest to try and diet a little longer so that you can work on the diet, focus on the diet more, and then introduce cardio as you progress. Always start lower. Usually you want to just maybe throw in a couple sessions just for performance reasons, just to keep your heart rate up. And then as you get leaner, you can try and add in HIIT cardio, or you can add that as soon as you want. The only thing is you have to try and make sure your recovery is pretty good for your legs. The first type of cardio is low intensity steady state, which is also known as LIS cardio. It's extremely boring. Some people will do hours and hours and hours of this, and it's just really, really stupid to do that much. At most, I would say maybe 30-40 minutes tops. If you go too long, then it's just detrimental to fat loss. Some of the types of LIS cardio you can do is like an incline walk on a treadmill. You can use an elliptical machine. You can even do a slow, steady jog outside, or you can go for a short hike, or whatever you like for that type of thing to make it a little more fun, because it's extremely boring if you're doing it at the gym. Another type of cardio is high intensity steady state, which is also known as HIIT cardio. Typically you want to do those about a little shorter amount of time. You don't want to go too long, maybe 10-20 minutes of a steady jog, or kind of aggressive jog. You want to get your heart rate higher so you burn more calories in a short amount of time. That usually is pretty good. Like post-workout, those are really good, kind of shorten up your gym time. Or you can just go for a good run outside and make it a little more adventurous. Or you can just jog on a treadmill, or you can keep your intensity up on an elliptical machine or bike. It's kind of your preference. The other type of cardio is HIIT cardio, which is high intensity interval training. You can either do some sprints, car pushes, or truck pushes. You can do pulling some weight on a sled, either on pavement or on grass, whatever. You can do parachute sprints. There's all sorts of types of sprints you can do. You can go to a track and just do some sprints there, or even just do 50 reps of squats, which is pretty intense. The thing about HIIT cardio is you have to go as hard as you can each interval. If you're doing 90 minutes or an hour of interval training, you're not going hard enough, because you should be absolutely gassed after each session. When I do my training, I am fatigued at 4 sessions or 4 intervals, and after 8 I'm just ready to die. So if you have to go, for it to be effective, you have to go really, really, really hard. So this is how you should feel after doing HIIT. You should be gassed. How do you feel?
Like I agree.
You both feel like poop. We only did 8 sessions, or 8 intervals, and I feel like I want to vomit and die. All out sprint, or whatever you're doing, for it to be effective. So how you can do HIIT, there's a couple things you can do. Is usually what I prescribe is to go all out for at least a good 10 to 20 seconds, as hard as you can. This is kind of what Lane talked about several times in his other videos. Go as hard as you can for a good 10 to 20 seconds, and then just catch your breath. You know, if it's a minute or 2 minutes, just catch your breath, let your heart rate come down a little bit, and then go all out again. You should be absolutely gassed after each sprint. One thing that I personally like, and this is kind of what Lane talked about in his Muscle College podcast, he talked about using a Windgate bike, and you just kind of go as fast as you can for 5 seconds, and then tighten the resistance so that you're going as hard as you can for that 20 to 30 seconds, if you can last 30 seconds. It's really effective, and you burn more fat in the long run compared to low intensity cardio. You burn more calories in that session, but HIIT cardio, you burn less calories in the session, but you burn more calories overall at the end of the day.
How do you feel right now?
Right now,
Vomiting.
like my blood's coming back.
You feel like death? And how many did you do?
6.
6 20-second intervals. And you feel like that?
Yes. I actually can't see.
You what?
I actually can't see. Wait, I'll put my legs down now.
Pretty much what my take on the whole cardio thing is: start low, don't just kill yourself right away just doing hours of cardio on end. I mean, if you're gonna get deep in a prep, just try and keep cardio as low as you can, but you know, maybe you can add some post-workout sessions and just do higher intensity interval stuff. I'm a fan of HIIT training or the high intensity stuff, just because you burn more overall calories throughout the day. I personally don't like low intensity cardio that much, but I do add it in every once in a while just to kind of save your legs sometimes, because if you're doing HIIT cardio a lot, it's really hard for your legs to recover, because it's almost, I mean, if you go hard enough, it's almost like a leg workout itself. So that's the gist of cardio. Basically, let the diet work first, diet long enough to where you can make some tweaks and fine-tune your diet and involve cardio. Don't kill yourself right off the bat, because if you allow yourself enough time, you don't need to do cardio that much that quickly, and just slowly add in the cardio if you want. I mean, let the diet work first. Don't just assume that you'll burn an extra 500 calories to put you in a deeper deficit to lose more weight. Just did some cardio and I'm really, really tired, and I really hate cardio. Not sure it's serious. Please, everyone, please subscribe. Please subscribe to this shit, okay?